Hey everybody, welcome back to Popcorns and Opinions with your hosts Reeson, aka Opinions, and Owen, aka Popcorns. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about, if you haven't heard of it, you're probably living under a rock, but
A big
it
rock, by the
is,
way.
yes, definitely, a boulder. It is the movie called K-Pop Demon Hunters. So, let's get into it.
Oh yeah, thank you so much for the intro, recent Mr. Opinions. So I was actually I think I watched this movie the other day again. So my question to ask you is, what did you think about the movie?
Okay, in terms of the movie, I thought it was absolutely fantastic. From an
Mm-hmm.
overall perspective, it had some great storytelling as well as some great music, great animations, and
Yeah.
overall it was very enjoyable. There was never a moment where I wanted to pause the movie and go do something else. I just wanted to sit and watch it. And
Mm.
also, it's a very, very, very popular movie. And I thought, you know what? Let me give it a try, see how it is, and we go from there. So yeah, now what did you think of the movie?
Okay, so uh, appreciate you mentioning all that elements. And for me, I enjoy the deep aspects of this movie. There was like a lesson to learn out of this movie. I think it's a good movie overall for, like, I could say all age groups. If it's young kids, to be inspired, especially I think the young girls of today, and let's say young adults and adults like and above. It's something you can enjoy, everybody. So really a 10 out of 10 movie for me. I was skeptical at first. It's not my type of genre I'd like to explore, like an anime type of thing. But once we took the chance and pressed on the movie, it was amazing. It's the best mistake I've ever made to, like, well, not, if I say best mistake, it's like the best idea we actually ever had. So yeah.
Okay, okay, let's switch gears into the characters. Right, what did you think
Okay.
of the three main characters? What did you think? Did you like that their pairing was together? Like, what did you think of, like, in terms of an emotional connection that they've had on the audience, as well as their own struggles that they've dealt with?
Hmm. I think that gets highlighted very, not like late in the movie, but we first explore Rumi's, like the main character with the purple long braided hair. So we first explore her type of struggles, and then later in the movie, when things unwind, then we start to explore more about Zoe's and Mira's, um, how can I say, deeper aspects to their lives. But on the screen effect, you can hear both Zoe and Mira being, how can I say, trying to pull Rumi in and being more comfortable, going to the bathhouse together, which is a strong connection about friendship, which is like early made, but going into the struggles of Zoe and Mira. Mira had this insecurities going on, and Zoe was this double life person trying to live both lives, and she couldn't find her own place. I think I'm actually like repeating the lyrics, but it on the movie, it's like she's got all these lyrics and all these rap verses trying to explore on that, but she can't live that another life and do this, so she had to choose. So very tough stuff. Not easy to, how can I say, unwind character traits.
Yep. I actually, speaking of that, I actually really like Zoe's character because it shows that
Hmm.
her Korean heritage as well as her American. Because if you know that Zoe is half Korean, half American in terms of
Yeah.
that, and you can see by like how she like raps. Like, have you ever noticed that in the movie, Zoe doesn't rap in Korean or doesn't have any Korean lyrics.
I noticed that.
I
Yeah, and I
yeah.
mean,
So
Mira
it's
and Rumi both were going into the Korean like rapping, and I was like, but why is Zoe not doing this?
yeah, and I think that shows because like Korean isn't her first language. So I actually really like
Okay.
that in a way that it like highlighted her roots in that way, which was really cool. And like also
Mm.
if you look at it right, like Zoe is like struggles to she wants to be accepted, right? But is like also a people pleaser in a way. Like even when the doctor said that.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
Mira is very insecure about certain things, but also is very open
Mm.
about other things. And then we can even see in Rumi regarding her being more very guarded because of her demon heritage as well.
Yes. Her
Like if you
her
look at that,
patterns. Yeah.
yeah, and I've actually seen so much of stuff where it's like they looked at their hairstyles, which is kind of crazy. Like I think people
Okay.
have really dug into this movie. So they were talking about like
Deciphered
if
it
you look at
almost.
yes, if you look at Rumi's hairstyle, for example, it's braided in a way that's you can't really. It's not a lot of freedom in like all the hair is in uniform fashion, while if you look at Mira, it's more free flowing. And then if you look at Zoe, there's
Okay.
two buns that are equal, which could represent her half Korean, half American side in terms of that.
I get you. I've heard
Yeah, but I
now
think a lot
another
of people
story about. Okay, but I've
yeah.
heard now another story about Rumi's hair being purple and Mira's being red. So wouldn't that mean Mira's then also part demon? But I think that's only speculation.
I think that's a little bit of a stretch. Like I feel like with because this movie is so popular, people are like joining dots that aren't there as well. When
Yeah, I
it's like
think that
I
it's like literally
understand.
trying to find something else.
Yeah, it's like I totally get it in like people want like really enjoy a movie, but I'm also like to the extent of guys, also just let it be what it is. Not
Mm.
everything has to be not everything has to be in terms of analyze everything. Like I get it, but
Yes,
you have to also
yes.
understand it's a movie.
No, I mean it's also everything is like aimed to be. I think in the sense to put it back to like a child. I don't want to say child's movie, but like a young person's movie because Rumi's got purple hair. It looks cool. Mira's got red
Mm.
hair. It looks cool. Type type shift because um yeah, I think we should also appreciate and just take things upon face value.
Okay, what did you think now of the introduction of the Saja boys in the movie?
So, I mean, looking at the Saja boys, we first saw patterns of get it patterns. So we first saw them on in their like underworld in front of Guima, their type of king, the what demon king, I think it's
Yeah.
mentioned. He's the demon king. So they appeared in front of Guima, the demon king, and mentioned, okay, we have to fight fire by fire, meaning let's fight K-pop by K-pop. So very cool. And they had that. Did you get that meme? That was
Yes.
that's
That
amazing.
was
It's amazing, by the
hilarious.
way. Something
A
me and
boy
my
band?
girlfriend quote a boy band, but yeah, so we quote that on a daily. But I like to fight fire by fire, and then all of a sudden they transformed into these natural human boys or just um, guys. I don't think they're like in their 20s, but and they performed one of the catchiest songs you can play in your car
My little soda
when you're
pop.
driving to work. Come on, Dude, I mean, you're the one I think of, everything I dream. Come on. It's amazing. So I
I would
love their
join along with
debut.
you in that song, but I cannot sing, so I'll just leave that to
Well,
you, eh?
a wise person always told me, if you can't sing, sing harder or louder. Yeah.
Fair
But I
enough, fair enough.
appreciated their debut. It was a cool addition, and it was something else, something interesting, something different. They apparently now are enemies, and soon we saw that they are actually demons.
Yeah, so what did you think of the dynamic between Genu and Rumi?
Okay, so there's a type of lingo where you say you ship somebody, like you relationship somebody. There's the few of our audience can maybe jump in and say if I'm doing it wrong, but I ship
I
them
am
because
definitely not one of them.
what really? Okay,
No, because
I
I
actually
didn't
want to
get
hear
the
that.
reference. I didn't get the reference. That's
Oh,
why.
okay, okay. So you don't get the reference, but here's my 2 cents, right? So Genu is technically in the same boat as to where what's her name Rumi is. So I mean, Rumi's father was a demon, her mother was a human. Genu became a demon because of his, like, how can I say, terrible
Choices.
circumstances. They were poor, and he made a terrible choice, and like sacrificed his family's freedom back into poverty when the time came that when his voice was appreciated. So I I, I appreciate their dynamic because they're one and the same, and they heal together. One two halves make a whole. You understand?
So like enemies
That
to
was a
lovers,
very
basically.
beautiful enemies to lovers at first, and there was a quick time where Rumi gave Genu a card to say save the date, and she gave it to him, and he said, "So where's our date gonna be?" And she's like, "No, this just means like save the time where we're going to meet." And she's like, "Oh, you're so old." So and I mean,
Well, he
even
is
there, I
400,
thought,
so I
"Ooh,
mean,
yeah, 400 years of age. I mean,
that's not
it's
a big age
questionable
gap.
if you do the math. I mean,
No one wants to do the
but
math.
uh-uh, no, Genu to prison? Question mark. So
That is hilarious.
so but even I mean, so even though it was like that was like the start of it being like, ooh, this is cute. I like where this is going. So I want your 2 cents as well.
Okay, in terms of the enemies to lovers, right, firstly, when you first see that, it's a bit overdone in a way, like in terms of the storyline, in that sense.
Hmm.
But I felt like they really did incredibly well with it. Like, you know
Okay.
how it all is. Like most movies now are like, oh no, the evil villain falls in love with the hero and stuff like that. Yeah, super overdone.
Yeah.
But in this movie, it just worked. Like it wasn't
Yeah.
overdone in this way. Like there was still other dynamics of the movie that really like it wasn't a mainstay of, okay, no, this is a love story. No, it's bigger than that.
Mm-mm.
It's
Yeah.
okay. It's like there's the entire thing is to defeat Guimar and also to save
Yeah.
the fans and that
The
barrier.
Han
I
Moon.
don't know, the
Yeah, the Han
Hanmun, right?
Moon.
So
Yeah.
I feel like they really balanced all the different stories they were trying to tell in this
Mm.
movie, which was great. I like
Absolutely.
that they didn't rely on the love story basically.
Yeah, compromising Genu's like what, let's say compromising the whole story just to make Rumi and Genu a couple.
Yeah. So moving
That's
on
a
from
good point
that,
to make. That's a very
yeah,
good point to make. I appreciate that
yeah,
point.
because like a lot of
Um,
movies nowadays are like love stories or they're just pure action or stuff like that. There's not like that's what I really like about this movie. It's like there's different elements and each one of them is telling a story, which is great and it
yeah.
just works.
But won't you say that's also the same to life as we know it? I mean, we've got a lot of things in our life going on. We've got partners, we've got work, we've got fun with friends. So everything should balance. So this, although it's a movie, I think it gives us a good. I don't want to like a prospect or future like sense of okay. So they are friends. They fight. Like their job is to fight, and the job is also to sing and perform as artists. Kind of cool.
Yeah.
Them balancing it all.
Yeah, like that's 100%. Like I really feel like this movie was great in terms of like showing multiple different aspects. What did you think
Yeah.
about like okay, I don't know if I'm diving a bit too deep into this one, but what do you think
Okay.
about like how where Celine, I think it is, where she's like hide your flaws, hide all of your weaknesses, like in always wanting perfection in a way, but like not accepting Rumi for like who she is in terms of being half demon. And
Hmm.
how do you think that plays into the like the real world aspects of being an idol in Korea? Like in terms of actually not even that,
Hmm.
even in celebrities we expect them to be
Yeah.
perfect, but they're not.
So let's take like my life, your life. Everybody's lives have difficulty, right? And if I were to stick it down where nobody could see it, let's let's take a basic infection. If you try and cover that infection time after time after time, you'll be starting to lose, let's say, limb, like I don't want to say health, but let's say you if your finger of your of, like gets infected, you won't be able to bend that finger too well because you're sticking it away again. Somebody's telling you, "Hey, let's." What's wrong? And you're like, oh, I don't want to talk about it. Don't want to talk about it. You're only making life worse for yourself. So the fact that Celine did this towards Rumi, it's a very I don't want to. It's not. She took over as the mom figure for Rumi, and she did a bad job at it because I believe if Rumi's mother was there, she would have somebody to talk to about this the whole time, and go into depth and heal properly. But now she didn't depend on Celine anymore. Now she actually found her true self and purpose with her friends.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, I
Interesting.
feel quite strong about that element because myself, I'm not a person to hide something away, because if I were to hide it away and this would hurt me, it would be actually unfair to my friends as well because they want to get close to me in my life, and if I'm not able to open up to my friends, if I'm not able to give them something to to see me, and the same goes to them, to me, towards me, um, then that's like forgetting the basis what friendship really is. So Celine did a bad job. When I watched the movie, I really thought, okay, sorry, ma'am, but you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, like I feel like she didn't accept Ruby for who she was. And I feel like that's what a lot of people like have to deal with, like in terms of some people aren't understanding. Some people like especially like some people like are surrounded by people that don't accept them for who they are, and it's not great because at the end of the day you should be accepted for who you are, and like that's the main thing, like. And I feel like Celine really represented some some people's views in society where they just don't want to accept people. They don't want to they want people to be perfect, and that's very difficult to do.
Yeah, and I mean, let's face it. The more and more Rumi pressed it down, you could see the scars on her body starting to hurt her voice, so she couldn't sing anymore. She lost the one thing that gave her purpose. Is and that's only just by putting things away and thus hurting yourself in the process. That sounds like a loss to me.
Okay, so let's move on to some, let's say, more light-hearted aspects. What did you think
Okay.
of the animation style as well as the music choices that they decided to put in the movie?
Okay, so this animation style was amazing. So I thought a lot about like, bear with me here. You know, Despicable Me. It's the same like
Yes.
I'd say animation style. Not let's say like the art, like how they designed the characters and whatnot. But it's a lot more anime-ish. So you would see the facial expressions. You would see the movements with their arms and their limbs, and it's there's a they say don't pause the K-pop Demon Hunters movie because you would see a limb just looking super skew as if that person is Mr. Elastic or Miss Elastic what Elastigal what from The Incredibles.
Elastical, yeah.
Elastigal. So it would literally look like the person is Elastigal. Even with the Soda Pop song, when the Soja Boys performed, there was this one move where Genu had to step to the side, and it looks goofy. It looks absolutely goofy, but it was. I'll see if I can send the video, and I'll perhaps add the video to this link. But yes, but the animation was great. It was something goofy. It was serious. So they had this balance and this. They played with your heart really. So and
Like a
that was
like
that
a
was
instrument. They tugged on your
oh yeah.
heartstrings.
Oh yes. Oh yes. My heart was a guitar, and this movie was a guitarista. So literally playing me from the start to the finish. I want to ask you about the animation, and then I want to actually let us move into the music because this is a
Okay.
K-pop genre of music.
Okay. Well, in terms of the animation, I don't know if our viewers are going to agree with me. I hope they do. But I
Okay.
actually felt it was like Spider-Man, like the Spider-Man Into the
Oh
Spider-Verse, that type of
yes,
style. So,
yes.
yeah, like I
Okay, now
really
I feel
felt
now I
that.
feel bad because I said it was Despicable Me. Okay, carry on.
Hey, we all have our opinions on it. That's why it's popcorn and opinions. So yeah.
That's true. That's
Anyway,
true.
yeah, I thought it was very similar to Spider-Man in terms of like the animation style and the colors, but I really liked the way that they like smoothed it out and made it very, very nice. Also, did you know that Sony actually produced K-pop Demon Hunters? And they also produced Spider-Man,
Yeah,
so it came from the same studio.
from the same studio. That's amazing.
Yeah, and so yeah, like I feel like they went into a similar art direction, and it really, really, really paid off. Okay, moving on to the music. What did you think of that? Like best songs. What? How did it make you feel?
Okay. I'm
And
going to give you Okay, sorry, carry on. I'm too excited about this point.
I know. I can see him in a musician coming out here. All right, so
Yep.
with and then your favorite song of the album. I mean, of the movie. Go.
Okay, so sorry, you just repeat that last. So you want what the overall feel was?
What the overall feel was, um, the song choices, as well as what was your top favorite song out of the entire movie.
Okay, so I'd say the overall feel it was fitting. It was fitting because from the start, from the get go, it was amazing. So we get this even from the intro of the movie. They said they were hunters, and then it's like it's going into the first song where they drop down out of the airplane, just killing a few demons. It's how it's done. It's an amazing song. So everything fits
how it's
this.
done.
Done. Yeah, everything. All the songs fit the mood. So it's not like, okay, let's jam a song in here just to try and like fill the movie up. No, all the music told the story so well. So really, I'd give it a 10 out of 10. Maybe I'll give it an 8 out of 10 because I wanted more. So, and I can't seem to remember the second question, but if I can give you a list of the top songs, I'd say there was that other song of This Is How It Sounds Like, Soda Pop, How It's Done, and then Free, and then Idol, which is once again super fitting towards all of that ideas of the movie. Onto your list.
Okay, firstly, I'd like to say the music choice of the movie was fantastic. Like, it really captured the entire movie just from the soundtrack alone. Okay,
yeah.
So my song choices would be, it would start off with How It's Done, because Huntrix don't miss, right?
Huntrix don't miss.
Then it would go on to
Slay Girl.
Then it would go on to the Soulja Boy's Idol, Your Idol.
Okay.
From there, I'm going to put Golden up there, because Golden was fantastic.
How could I forget Golden? Seal the Honmoon with that song alone.
That song, apparently it's number 1 on the charts, which is like a record breaking for a fictional K-pop group.
Yes.
So there's that.
I mean, there's the real life K-pop groups didn't even do as well as that one song alone, and I mean that's saying something.
Yeah, definitely we need Huntrix in real life. But yes, so
Huntrix in real life.
After it's Golden, I would put Soda Pop, then Takedown.
Ooh, Takedown was nice. Takedown was very nice, but I don't know if you've seen on the like Spotify or YouTube Music, there's 2 groups performing it twice, and like the Huntrix girls. Did you see that?
Huh. No, I didn't actually. I think I'll look into that.
Yeah, and I mean, so Twice also performed when like Rumi got into the what do you call it? Into like the dressing cabinets. So they
yes,
are
I think I saw it. The poster.
I know. I'm not too sure. I can't seem to remember now. But it was like, it was like da 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 da. It was nice. So, and even like a good mention in the movie is when you look at the top song charts, you can even see Twice like performing in the movie as well. Of their members, they made a debut in the 20th of October 2015 with their EP of The Story Begins, and they've the title track was Ooh Ah or something. Very cool.
Interesting. All right, let's move on to some fun questions before we wrap up here, because who doesn't like some fun questions?
But do we have to wrap it up almost? Man, I love this topic. I think this is probably, thus far, my favorite discussion of a movie. Thus far.
That's fair. Okay, so if you had to firstly compare K-pop Demon Hunters to another movie or TV show, what would it be and why?
Okay, I feel like I'm gonna steal your answer, but Spider-Man. So after you mentioned that, I thought, wow. I mean, the based on the animation styles alone, that could like do it. But if there's like a show, I haven't watched a lot of musicals as of really. So, that's a good question. But if I have to say on face value, definitely the Spider-Man, like this animated series that was, I think it was the one was in 2017, and the other one was the what? You mentioned the name earlier. Just can't get to
Into the
it now.
Spider-Verse.
Into the Spider-Verse. Yes.
Okay.
So
All right.
what would you then compare it to?
Huh. I would compare it to. That's actually, yeah. I would also compare it to Spider-Man. Um, I'd compare it to Spider-Man. I can't get the other movie like right now.
High School
So yeah,
Musical.
I'll just say. I was actually thinking that,
Maybe
but
maybe
no.
maybe next time we should actually review my High School Musical. You know, there's a lot to to debuckle there.
Sure. You know what? We'll leave that up to the audience. If they want it, they can just comment and stuff like that, and then we will
Yeah,
add it to the pipeline. I guess add it to the pipeline.
put a pin in it.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on to if a fan chant had real magical powers, what would they do? Would they heal the hunters, blind the demons, or summon light?
Hmm. So the way that the fans are chanting,
Yes.
what would they do?
What would you want them to do? Heal the hunters, blind the demons, or summon light? Like I
I
don't know.
think.
Is the demons afraid of light? I don't know, but yeah.
I mean, if they come from the darkness, perhaps they would be. But if I could say, like, make it a say, I would say when they are chanting, they become like a soldier. So they have weapons of their own. Like their voice would be like, I don't want to like a bullet trying that attacks the demon as well and drives them further back into darkness. You know, I think that's valid.
Okay.
What would you say
Interesting.
would it be? Blinding
I would say I want
or
the chant to heal the huntrix. Like I would
I
want
knew
that
it.
because because if you think about it, if they're taking damage and stuff like that, I mean, you'd rather have
Yes, the
something that can
support of
heal
their
you.
fans. Mm.
Yes, because it's all about the
It
fans.
lifts him up. Yeah, it's all about the fans. That's what they said in the movie. So it's
Hey,
as if
and we like
like
the
that.
popcorn and opinion fans.
Oh, we never forget about you guys. Come on, where you at?
Definitely. Okay, okay. That was that was really funny. Yeah.
Thank you.
So okay.
I've got
Hear
a.
me out on this.
I've got a.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So I've got a last like interesting observation that I saw in the movie that I just have to get out there for our fans else also to go and see what I've seen. When I watched the movie again, I saw everybody rocking up to the Soulja Boy's idol like concert because the Huntrix just like had their breakup on stage. Uh, when Mira walks into the stadium where they like performed the Soulja Boys, you can see a guy wearing a Guima t-shirt that looks
Yes,
like
I actually
Metallica.
noticed that.
Did you see that? No way. I was like,
Yes.
how does even Guima have his own merch? So I just thought, wow, it's truly out there, and they are totally blinded, knowing or not even knowing anything. They're wearing his merch. They don't even know they're gonna lose their soul. I was like,
What I
whoa.
don't get is that guy has so many shirts because he rips it off into another shirt.
Was it the same guy?
Yes.
No way. Oh,
All
oh.
right.
But that is funny. That's a funny point the whole time. He's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, we love you, Huntrix. Oh, we love you, Soldier Boys." Yeah, it's very cute.
So,
Okay.
would you say Guima was weaving his way into the hearts and minds of the fans, basically?
Oh, 100%. I mean, even in the underworld, the demons that started having their own like merch as well to cheer on the Sacha boys. Huh? That was that was interesting.
Yeah.
So how did they get the funding? Where did they start to like? I mean, yesterday they literally performed Soda Pop, and now they got all this merch. Somebody was influenced to give them all of this stuff.
Definitely. Like I understand Huntrix is rich, like billionaire rich, but
Yeah,
like
sure.
I know like they have like everything. They got the Bruce Wayne money.
They do. They do. Perhaps we'll do a Batman movie after this. But I have to.
Only time will tell.
I have to say, only time will tell, and our fans. So there's this. You know the team manager. Ooh,
Bobby.
team manager, Bobby. That's his name. So what a great guy. He was like. He was this sweet soul supporting the Huntrix goals on the whole time. And that's something I appreciated. It's something you saw. It was a sweet element, something that the Huntrix girls supported. Well, not supported, it supported them the whole way through. It was amazing.
100%. Okay, so final thoughts. Is it a rewatchable movie or is it a regrettable?
Let's go on YouTube on for your answer first.
I'm going to 1,000% say it is a rewatchable movie. I highly recommend if you haven't seen it to watch it because it is incredible. And yeah, I couldn't not recommend this. It's such great movie. And you?
You know what I think? I think it's bang average. I'm kidding. It's really not. It was a great movie. I
Oh my word. I thought he was going to pull a Batman on us. I thought he was going to say, "Oh, it was terrible." That was a plot twist.
Well, I mean, I can't say the one thing and mean the other thing, can I? So it was a good movie. There was the highlight of the movie is that one song of "This Is What It Sounds Like to Me," and it was so sweet. It was something that I take up. I'd say on a daily is to not have a voice full of lies, and it's amazing. We don't get movies like this often, where you get this awesome elements and where you actually get a life lesson and where you actually fall in love with the characters. So, a 10 out of 10 for me. I'd rewatch it again and again. I actually want to rewatch this with my parents because I don't think they watched it already. So just to give them a chance as to what I've seen and what I've liked of this movie. So there you have it. That's my 2 cents.
All right, and as we're about to wrap up and say goodbye, I just wanted to also ask to the audience, right? Guys, what team are you on? Are you Team Rumi, Team Zoe, or Team Mira, or are you Team Saja Boys? I'm gonna leave it up to you. Leave a comment, like it, and yeah, wherever you get our streaming platform, just stream the stuff, and we want to hear from you because all the engagement that we get really does help the show, and in terms of getting it higher on. I would say the Spotify algorithm, but also we like feedback, and at the end of the day, as Owen has mentioned in the past, it's a people's podcast. So yeah, any opinion would be great, and any feedback would be absolutely welcomed. So yeah, I just want to say from myself opinions, checking out, and Owen.
Wonderful. Yeah, We're Popcorn and Opinions. Thank you so much for listening. Give us a shout out. We're releasing soon to Apple, and we're also releasing soon to YouTube. It's not going to be long, so have a wonderful time, guys. Have a great week. We'll see you on the flip side. All right.
And
cheers,
away
guys.
we go.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Woo! Perhaps we are driving very fast to our next episode. Whoa.
Dun, 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 dun.
Stay tuned. Dun, 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 dun. I'm kidding. All right. Cheers, guys.